Uganda reaching middle income status cannot be miraculous. When you look at all the visions we have around, Vision 2040, it was one time Vision 2020, it has all been wishful thinking. When we see countries that have acquired middle income status within short periods, they have had to make drastic decisions and drastic interventions. A case in reference is to Tanzania. For all along, they have all wished to attain middle income status. And it took Magufuli, the late, his soul rest in peace, 5 years of taking drastic action. Drastic actions against corruption, looking at the comparative and competitive advantage, drastically cutting expenditure, public expenditure, and things were done. Therefore, it's not hard to reach middle income status to a country so endowed like Uganda, where you find good rainfall, the source of the Nile, very good coffee, very good climate, and now an exploration of oil started. So all this shows you that the road to middle income status and even becoming a first world country are within reach, only that administrative decisions are not being taken. We are being delayed by the political decisions. Because in Africa and the growing countries, the political decision of the first chair in the name of the presidency will determine it all. Why we are taking long now is because the country is desperate for growth, and therefore we have opted for industrial development as a strategy of growth. And while we are doing this, we are entertaining all kinds of lies. Somebody says, I'm going to assemble radios, get the land. Somebody says, I'm going to create factories for textile fabrics, and the textile industry on the importation side is stopped through restrictive taxation. So you find that one day, one might even say, I'm assembling aeroplanes in Uganda, and they will give that person land. If that is the way we want to attain middle income status, it cannot take long. What we need to do, though, on the same, is to do comparative and competitive comparisons. What is it that God gave us? What is it that we can do better than others? Tyros can be very equitably produced here. That's why the ones done in Namukekera are promising, because the raw material content that is domestic is over 80%. Therefore, where they get the stones, the quarry, and everything, they leave money there, and those people pay taxes. And those people have disposable incomes because they do that. But here you want to do a factory to make textile, you want tailoring, not even cotton is available. Therefore, we need to look at where are we endowed. Is it the Arabica coffee? The coffee, the best aroma in the world. How much have we added on the grid? How much plantation have we widened? And how much value addition we have put on this? So that if we had today a trade show in the United Arab Emirates, any Arab who would take the coffee that is made in Uganda from Mbali, from the Arabica coffee in Mbali, the best aroma in the world, they would all long to see that they visit us and see how best they can get that coffee. Because we are comparatively, and we would therefore be competitively advantaged to do that. If we did that, we shall rise, and the middle income status will be in the next room. I will tell you, I was not very young when Obote was here, all the plots in Kororo, Naguru, the people would speak a language from his side. I was here, very young, when Amin took power, at least when he was leaving. Too young when he was coming, but somehow grown when he was leaving. I am telling you, Kabarasun and that kind of language for the Nubians was a very strong brand. And you'd visit very expensive homes and you'd find that language there. Even the gatekeeper would say, Kabarasunu, come today and go to Serena, go to Sheraton, go to any expensive hotel, and they started to speak. I don't want to say and mince words. The Western accent for the Western Uganda side, all the good places would be there. I am telling you, go to the plane and people going to the United States of America. People will start saying, Oridota, and that kind of thing. I am not being segregative. I want to talk to you as Leo as I see it. Go to the expensive malls around where I'm sitting now. If you wanted to go and make an interview in one of the next supermarkets around this place, 98% people will be from one region. So there is a weakness of Africa and Uganda in particular, because this is where I live, for money to go where power is. Go to the appointments in all the big institutions, all the big factories. I am a visitor of many factories in Uganda. The receptionists and cashiers incidentally come from the same place. And this is not a lie, because I have made an experience, I have gone through an experience. You go to all sensitive places for security reasons at receptions. For cash reasons, they are cashiers and accountants. So go to all the bodies where money is amassed and see the distribution of these resources. Somebody hearing me will say this man is segregative. Since when? You go to these people, they get lots of money, apart from political positions, where the voters decide. The rest of the technical positions and the one who's deciding where money goes are all held according to the presidential will. This is what it is. Therefore, you fought in Iruero. Thank you very much. That's where I'm coming from. The best thing we are bringing to Kampala are mangoes, charcoal, and this can also be seen if you stand at Bombo all the way from Guru. You'll see lorries coming from South Sudan, lorries coming from Nakasongola, my area in Bamunani, carrying mangoes and charcoal. Go and stand at the roundabout in Inyendo and start counting vehicles that are beyond 500 million. I am telling you, you'll see Ipsams in my area. You'll see Nuas in my area. You'll see Range Rovers in Nyendo on that road from Barara. You'll see Range Rovers, you'll see Mpenkonis, you'll see big vehicles, and don't be shy at counting this. Because if you are shy, we shall not get the solution for this. You will from there come out to know that place cannot be as poor, where the big vehicles are coming from and where the small ones are coming. They cannot be the same. Yes. The way forward is simple, my brother. Let us do our economy based on comparative and competitive advantage. Professionalism. If it is a position, let it be floated. And if you beat me, and from there I will say you are blessed. Let us make even growth. Let us distribute the resources equally. How do we do this? Is on concentrating on the endowments. There is no magic that will pick the coffee in Arabic form from Mbali and take it to the West. No. Because God decided that this is where you'll get the money from. So let us grow that. Go to my home area, mangoes. If you pick a mango called Ibire from my village in Bamunanika and take it to the neighborhood in Nakaseke, it will not thrive there. Only grow it where it is supposed to be grown, and those people will get the money. What matters to the economy is not the middle income status. No, what matters to the economy is if everyone can have a shilling to spend. The purchasing power of Ugandans at whatever level. If there is that, then each household spends money, the taxes will grow, the tax base will grow, the tax burden will reduce. Because everybody will pay according to the small that they are earning. In so doing, we shall get roads that are constructed locally from domestic support. Today, we are at a threat. Uganda has even surpassed where we should have ended normally in external borrowing. We are approximately at 53. We should have ended at 50. The Minister of Finance will not be shy to come and say, no, we are still okay. Some other countries are worse case scenarios than us. Thank you for comparing us with other countries on the borrowing. How about on the development? Compare us also on that. Compare us on the saving capacities. Some countries are 25% within East Africa. Uganda is at 80%, less than 10 saving capacity. It is very possible. Like I started, I told you that Uganda is endowed. All we need is to tap our resources properly, depending on who deserves to do what. Which place deserves to get what. If we did that, every area will produce towards this development, and creating progress and steady growth will come from not only one region. That the milk is now massive, no. That the coffee is now massive, no. But every place, there are places that are endowed for only Irish potatoes. Go to Kabale and those places. How much have we pumped into that? So that they are the food hub for all of us regarding that product. If we all do that, the granary will be full incidentally. People will even think it is magical. But also public expenditure. When you see the money we borrow and the money we pay for taxes, the development expenditure versus the other one, you will see that massive money is being concentrated on the administration costs other than the development costs. At the end of the day, individuals will grow. We are into what we call a dualistic economy. Those who have the money cannot count it. Those who do not have, even the small will go to those who can't count it. Because the services that would make this money grow are not flowing. If they flow, Uganda can grow very fast. Let us prepare our house before even the oil is fully explored. Oil can have two sides. It could have a curse or blessing. If it is a curse, you start fighting like other countries that have fought. If it is to grow, the desert areas like Saudi Arabia, who drive the most expensive cars in the world, who get the best matoke from even Kampala, only maximize output out of what God gave them. And Uganda, God gave us more than one. Do you know that the source of the river Nile is in Uganda, but the best country that gets the benefit is Egypt? The entire growth that they are even now exporting some products to Uganda is because of the river Nile and how maximally they have utilized it. So what else do we want God to give us? It is only sorting our administrative wrangles, administrative failures, and Uganda will go to the middle income status even better. The East African community and its customs management procedures was set to boost and increase trade. The non-tariff barriers that we have listed for ages have not been sorted. I will tell you that Uganda is landlocked. Tanzania and Kenya are land-linked because they have proximity. They have proximity to the seas. They have ports as major entry points. When we are making the East African Customs Management Act, we were presumed to have arrived or docked when we reach either Mombasa or Dar es Salaam. Go to how Ugandan cargo is treated there. Only sorting that has been impossible for all this time. Look, Uganda used to be the Dubai of the region. Through lower taxes, and therefore people from Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, South Sudan, Kenya would come and buy goods here. So we would re-export it tactically. What we all were bringing would now be re-exported, and only 30% would step back. Because the Revenue Authority and Ministry of Finance plus the Parliament of Uganda increased the taxes, we are now in the same plans to go to Dubai to seek the same products. Where is the magic of those who thought that Uganda would be the Dubai of the region? Did all the people die? No, it is greed. They look at this and they fail to utilize the land liquidness and then make us disadvantaged. Therefore, we could be regional competitors in whatever we have better opportunities. Arable land, organic products, but they are all insufficiently produced. So these other countries, Tanzania has grown rice, and what Uganda desperately tried to do was to stop it from coming, but the laws do not allow. For as long as it is grown in Tanzania, and the biggest percentage of over 75% is local, there is no law you will use to block it. You may protect the farmers here, but you'll never protect it forever. Therefore, we must be strategic. In sugar, Uganda has the best. Uganda has the biggest volumes. So how are we maximizing this? And how are we using the protocol guidelines to protect and have that with the superiority so that all the money we get out of that, we outcompete the rest? Don't allow Kenya to play on that. Don't allow even Rwanda to close the borders for over 1 year. What justification would you give to a person who was taking fish, mangoes, pineapples to Kigali every week and cannot even take for a year? What is the weakness? So all these issues, if handled properly and sorted, I am telling you we can be the best competitors in the region for strategic reasons. The cost of doing business in Uganda is high. Electricity is high, water is high, and the incentives given for a local and domestic producer are limited. The best people to enjoy this are foreigners. Very few people can get access to the land even in Mambambe, free land, investment authority. We don't know the criteria they use. But you'd be surprised that a person who got 4 acres from Asia will want to sell to a local Ugandan one of the acres. And this is so ironical. Therefore, when we are desperate and we have not been able to link with the investment authority, with privatization wing, with the industrial arrangements to domesticate and help local investors, just like the other countries have done, then the poor Ugandans who have acquired the capital will go to arcades. You construct arcades because they are easy. You just get an engineer, you erect it, and they start collecting. No scientists, no science needed to produce like the value chain. Therefore, the earlier the government wakes up to tap on the resources that have been acquired by the moguls in Uganda, the local people, not to only construct houses and go into real estate. Can this money be better used by going to small industries within their home areas, within the industrial parks, so that while the arcades are earning some money, then they are employing a certain percentage of Ugandans. This must be a deliberate effort, not wishful thinking. People will not wake up magical and say, now I'm going to become a manufacturer. It is a transition, and where government must have a hand through a public-private partnership, where government provides the information and the data required, easily accessible, and then the people will put the money on the tables. Or else, the import side will always outweigh the export side because of the science and techniques involved, and where government thinks they will just say and impose restrictive taxes, very, very unfair regimes through excise duties and everything, but the people will say, okay, if that's the case, let me withdraw my money, let me go to Tanzania, let me go to Kigali, let me go to other countries, or let me build the arcades, which is not having much value added on the economy.